All right, folks, joining us right now are three of the football players at Bethune-Cookman. Those players have actually signed, I think it's about 30 or so, signed a petition asking the university to rescind their decision to bring Ed Reed back to the university. Jayden Bivens, the student athlete, Austin Yankawi, hope I pronounced that correctly, let me know, and Anthony Frederick. Glad to have all three of you here. First, are all three of you football players?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so first off, you've heard the interim president on the show. You heard Ed Reed there. Just share with our audience just your thoughts on when he gave you the news that they were terminating him, and what do you want the administration to know as it relates to Ed Reed for you being remaining the head football coach at Bethune-Cookman?
All right, I got it. So the importance to that is that Coach Reed in 3 weeks has essentially done more than this entire administration and other program leads, like other head coaching staffs and whatnot. He's done more in 3 weeks than they have in like the past 5 years. Things that, Coach Drake mentioned, saying that we didn't share helmets, we don't shower, or we actually have showers. We don't have showers. We don't have a locker room. We have to watch out where we put our stuff in the stadium locker room so it doesn't get wet and then get moldy, and then we got to practice in moldy stuff. Or when we go and put our stuff away, we put it in the shed, and the shed gets wet from the rain, and then we got to practice in that moldy stuff. Moldy balls, moldy helmets. We share those moldy helmets too, and that gear.
Most of us had to buy our own Lysol and stuff to spray our. We had to clean our stuff ourselves. Once we get our gear from the equipment manager from that shed, it smelled bad. I remember the first time I opened my bag and most of the guys were just like, what's going on? We asked if we could, we asked for the basics. We asked if we could get, stuff to spray our stuff down, and that probably didn't happen until like the very, very end.
Yeah, we got that maybe week 8 was when we got that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure on week 5 was when we actually had the mold outbreak in our helmets and gear. And in my gloves alone, I didn't wear gloves at practice because it literally just smelled like the epitome of mold. Like I was just smelling a handful of mold. And what makes this even worse is that we had to deal with the conditions when we were displaced. That was even worse. And I know that Anthony was here for the entire world tour, is what we call it as a nickname.
Yeah.
We would spend 16-hour days with the football team. 16 hours. I have the receipts on that because I have the old screenshots of our schedule. And we would go from 8 o'clock all the way until 10:30.
Our off day would be considered. So one of the bus drives was considered as an off day. So we were on the bus for
16 hours.
Yep, 16 hours stuck on there. By the time we got there, it was probably like, I want to say
1:30.
Yeah, it was about 1. We got some food, and then after that, it was we went to bed. Then the next morning we wake up. Meetings and everything, go eat breakfast.
It's a normal day. We didn't just drive 16 hours and get there at 1:30.
President said that, look, Bethune-Cookman has faced a couple of hurricanes, that there are obviously financial issues, and he said that look, he walks the campus every single day, and he sees and hears what the students. And I said, well, what are you sharing with the students? How are you talking to those students? And he said, hey, we should do more of that. Of course, you heard him ask me to visit, and I said, look, I'll be happy to come do a town hall there because it's abundantly clear. It's abundantly clear there is a disconnect between what he is saying and what y'all are saying. Go ahead.
So he said he's been here for under 2 years, just right under 2 years.
Right.
And since he's been here, I'm a freshman. I've been here since the last semester and this semester, so it's going on almost a year now. And I've never seen him walk. This is my first time seeing him on this. I've never seen him in person, in the flesh, walking on this campus. I've never spoke to him. I didn't even know that he was the interim president.
Anthony, haven't even ever seen him until we saw him at the Classic speaking at the banquet.
Yep.
That is when we first met him. On top of that, if he wants to really talk about how he comes on to campus and he understands students and he gets mad at Coach Reed for music, You understand? We play that on campus every day
with DJs.
People dress very, very. You know,
that's I don't know if y'all heard that. That's why I was saying to my panel again. I've been on 65 HBCU campuses, and so I'm like, okay, I hear you, Doc, but I know what I hear. And so if you're going to object to what you say Ed was playing or what was the music, then are you doing checks all around campus? Because I know what I hear.
And he's an interim president too, so he's kind of a non-factor. You know what I mean? In my opinion, when it comes to us as student athletes and as students, if you're going to actually come in and, you know, if you're going to actually do the community service with us, you know what I mean? We didn't see you at all.
Yeah.
We didn't see you not one time pick up any trash around here, not come around at all. So why didn't you come and do that with us? Because you know that that's something that could help with a lot of things, bring the campus together, which we did by ourselves. You know what I mean? We did that all by ourselves. I had a food truck come in and give free food out for everybody who was done picking up the trash with us. But then also campus security got called up on my food truck, and it's the first time it's ever happened to that food truck, and they got moved from the location.
We had to go out and buy our own garbage bags.
Yeah, we had to buy our own garbage bags.
They wouldn't let us
in our own facility.
The campus security said they got their keys taken away to the ATC. All we wanted to go in there and get was
trash
garbage bags and gloves.
And gloves.
That's it.
That's all we wanted.
And I was one of the first people to get there at the ATC, and I was just standing there, and, you know, people started walking up, and I was kind of like, are you guys athletes? Are you guys, you know? And they were like, no, we're here to help. We're here, you know, because we saw you guys picking up trash. We saw Ed Reed doing it, and we want to be a part of it. You see the videos, you see the pictures. Everybody was having a good time when we were doing it. He was on live with us. We got to say hi to him, you know. Yeah. I mean, that kind of change is something that you don't really see a lot anymore. I mean, some other people might, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of people come by. We had volleyball, track, basketball, and girls basketball, and I think we had baseball too.
Other organizations.
We had every frat come out.
Yep.
We had sororities coming out. We had the entire student body was there on Sunday, and you know, that really shows us that we can all come together as a campus. But the thing is that no one, and I mean no one from staff, administration, or anything came out and helped. No one else came out and said, oh, yeah, they're doing community service. You definitely would see it on Twitter because you saw me speaking and talking and tweeting, and I've already hit over 100,000 views. I know you saw me. And I know you saw that we scheduled community service and we scheduled, you know, whatever we scheduled. And you didn't come out and represent, you know, the school itself as a staff or administration.
At the rally today, students were saying that the board needs to go. You heard President Drake say the board doesn't need to be, if we do a town hall, the board doesn't need to be there in terms of laying out what their issues are. But one, he's still an interim. The board is going to determine whether he get that tag removed or if they bring in a new president. And so have y'all formally requested a meeting with the Board of Trustees and to discuss these issues?
Well, this is bigger than just the football team.
Yeah, it's
not just us.
No. But when I say y'all, I'm meaning not just football team, meaning student bodies saying, hey, we want to hear from the administration, that y'all want to talk to the administration and the Board of Trustees so they understand your feelings.
Yes, sir. A lot of like SGA and a lot of the people that have those titles, that have those connections to be able to reach out to them, have been trying. And today is probably the first day where we've started to kind of get like a little bit of leeway. But at the same time, it's like these are the kind of situations where if they let the students have a voice, this situation wouldn't be happening, you know? Yeah. I mean, it's sad, but it's the truth. Everything we're saying is.
If we were heard right away, this wouldn't be an issue. But the thing is that they don't want us to be heard because there's something else going up on top that's happening that we don't know about, that we don't fully understand, but we know it's happening. Because you can see that with a 100% acceptance rate and a 33% graduation rate, there's obviously something wrong. And you're bringing in more freshmen. You brought in your biggest freshman haul of the year, of all years, but you're cutting senior scholarships.
So they're having to come out of pocket.
Yeah, it's coming out of their pockets now. You want money. That's what you want? You want money.
Well, gentlemen, look, I hope the president accepts my invitation to do this campus-wide town hall. Certainly, I hope that the Board of Trustees and the administration sits down with students and communicates more. We are going to definitely continue to cover this. We had some other alumni members. We're going to have them on. We're going to have some other folks on as well. I appreciate the three of you coming on, sharing your thoughts and concerns. And I can promise you this will be not the last time that we talk about what's happening at Bethune-Cookman. And so I can't speak for any other media, but I own this, and I can guarantee you we will continue to shine the light on what's happening there and continue to press for answers that you guys are demanding.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Coach Reed, we got you.
I appreciate it, gentlemen. Thanks a lot.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it. This is about covering us. Invest in black-owned media. Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks. We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible. Check some money orders. Go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland@RolandSMartin.com.